Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Mel Khalid alias Captain Soil. I live in Casablanca in Morocco. I am a volunteer with Isha Yoga Center in India to support the Safe Soil movement because some scientists are saying that today desertification is growing in the world at an alarming speed. Every 5 seconds, the surface area of a soccer pitch of agricultural land becomes sand. At this pace, we only have 40 to 50 years left of agricultural soil, then there will be a global food crisis. To mitigate this issue, Sadhguru launched the Safe Soil movement and made policies that need to be signed and adopted by all countries of the world. These policies call for a minimum of 3 to 6% of organic matter in the soil to ensure people's good health. I do challenges to support this movement and raise people's awareness about this topic. I've started recently a new challenge which consists of running every day for 365 days. And today is the 42nd day. Are you ready, guys? Let's do this again. Save soil. Let's make it happen. 52% of agricultural soils in the world are already degraded. They're already in the desertification stage. Desertification leads to 6 global issues. 1, food crisis. 2, water scarcity. 3, loss of biodiversity. 4, climate change. 5, loss of livelihood. And 6, conflicts and migrations. The first one is food crisis. In 20 years, 40% food will be produced for a population of 9.3 billion people. There will be more people and less food. This doesn't sound good already, and it will definitely not look good. And today in 2024, we've already started hearing in the news something called the food wars. These food wars will get worse over time and will reach every country. This is why right now 84 countries in the world, most of them are the developed countries, have already signed the safe soil policies. And what's the most funny is that most European soil is more richer than African soil. And they have signed the safe soil policies. And we, as the Africans, our soil is more degraded. We have the desertification more than European countries, and we haven't signed them. It's because there is a lack of people's awareness. The European citizens have talked. They have talked to their leaders, and they have shown that they are aware and responsible for themselves and for their future generations. But in some underdeveloped countries such as Morocco, we don't have the necessary awareness of people, of citizens, to start speaking about the dangers of desertification. And the leaders, whether they are in Morocco or in other countries in the world, they're just following agendas. They receive orders from the lobbies, the hidden societies, and the hidden societies will not ask them to implement the safe soil policies, because the safe soil policies are against the agendas of the so-called lobbies or hidden societies. These hidden societies, they want to push humanity to the slaughterhouse. But safe soil policies will enhance people's health and restore people's health and enhance the people's vibrations and frequency. When the frequency of the body is high, the body don't fall sick. And if you don't fall sick, who is going to buy medicines from the biggest industry in the world, the third biggest industry in the world, which is Big Pharma, which sells medicines to people? So, to keep the industries as they are, people must be sick in this negative matrix. The first biggest industries are, the first one is the weaponry, the military system. It's the industry of weapons. and ammunitions. The second biggest industry is alcohol and cigarettes. And the third one is the medicines, the big pharma. So these three big industries shows the case of humanity today, that we are full of resentment and hatred. We are drowning in the negativity. We are full of resentment, hatred, jealousy, violence, and we are intoxicated, not even aware of what's going on, by using drugs, alcohol and cigarettes and other drugs. And we are mentally and physically ill. We need medicines to sustain our health. This is not everything. About the internet. The internet is the fourth one. Studies are showing that the most searched thing on the internet on the planet is the website porn. The porn websites. Because they're free. We're living in a negative matrix. If you see something free, know that you are the product. And these free things in this matrix are not there to build you up, to help you to improve your life. They're there to destroy your life. So stop watching them, because you're wasting your life energy. The sexual energy is the most costing energy for the body in terms of energy. For your body to produce the sexual energies, it's more than producing heart cells or brain cells. They cost a lot to the body, and these cells are powerful because they have the power to create a new human being. But what happens when you keep these cells, these sexual cells in your body? Then something amazing happens, something that you don't know, something that the American writer Napoleon Hill talks about in his book Think and Grow Rich. It's called the transmutation of sexual energy, which means that this sexual energy travels from the genital parts through the spine to reach the pineal gland, to hit the pineal gland and to activate your creative power. And now you suddenly have courage and inspiration to start doing bold things, bold actions, to take these decisions that you were afraid of. Because instead of just masturbating or fornicating, when you do this, you lose your power and you begin to dream in your mind. Instead of acting in reality, you do everything in your mind, and you don't have the courage to act. And this gives you frustration, because instead of changing the reality, you don't change it. This is why these porn websites are free there. They're there to keep you stuck, to keep you in fear, to keep you living in your imagination and not start taking the real actions in life. Because real actions are the ones which are going to change your life, and not just making theories and daydreaming. If you find it difficult to master your sexual energy, start fasting. Fasting will help you. You need to practice. When you fall down, try again. Try again, keep trying again and again and again until you master this. Because there is a relationship between the tongue and the genital parts. You need to keep your sexual energy inside of your body to have the inspiration, the power, the strength to build something new, to create something. Instead of just being a consumer, you become now a creator, a co-creator, because this is what you were sent here to do. You were not sent here to live as a slave. You were sent here to be a co-creator with God. You are so much powerful. There is so much power in you. This is why they have started this war against you, to program you, because the most powerful weapon on this planet is the human mind, and you have one. If you take a look at the capitalism, you will see that the capitalism is just one programming made in the whole world. Whether you live here in Casablanca, in Morocco, or you live in somewhere else, in Brazil, in India, in China, in Australia, in America, wherever you live, it's the same capitalism. It's the same programming. We have the same paradigm, and most people are under the hypnosis of the paradigm by choosing and speaking, because we have two superpowers, the power of choice and the power of speech. Now when you have been programmed, these two powers have been taken away from you, really. When people speak, they don't speak outside of the box, outside of the paradigm. They speak inside of something inside the paradigm. And because they're under hypnosis, they don't see the modern slavery system. They don't see the programming. They don't see that what they're saying, what they're believing, is not even theirs. It's something else, somebody else. People live according to somebody else's agendas. We are living according to the programming of the lobbies, the hidden societies, which are trying to control the world. Because the narcissists crave two things: control and attention. This is all about control. Because you have so much power and you have potential. This power that you hold, it's not power really, it's a potential that can be cultivated and harnessed, that can be trained. If you train enough, you will activate your power. And the best way to win is by killing this potential before it sprouts, killing the seeds of potential that you have, so that when you don't know something exists, you don't look for it, and you don't search for it, and you don't train for it, you don't strive for it. Most people don't know that they hold the power to change the whole world, not only their lives, because our lives are related to each other. When you change, somebody else's will change also in your environment. When they change, somebody else's is going to change. So the small changes that you do in your life are actually changing the world. It's like the whole planet. The planet is one being. It's not a separate unliving thing. It's not a rock. The planet Earth is a being. It's alive. It has a soul. It has a name. It has an awareness, a consciousness, a presence, just like you. Just like a tree. A tree is not inanimate. It's not dead. It's alive. It has a soul. You also. Who are you? You may say I am, and say your name. You're not that name. You may say I am the body, I am the mind. You're not that either. The body and the mind are tools that you have. They're just like your phone and your computer or your car. These are tools given to you, but who you are, really, who are you? You are a presence. You are an awareness, a consciousness. You know that you exist because you feel your presence. You are a soul, and your soul comes from God. You were created in God's image. You are more powerful than you think. Let me tell you who you are. What the great people have said about you. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, what lies behind you and what lies in front of you are actually tiny matters to what lies within you. He's referring to the whole world. The whole world is nothing. With the universe is nothing compared to what's within you. He's referring to you, to your soul. Jesus Christ said, the kingdom of God is within you. You have the kingdom of the Most High within you. Your body can become a temple to the God to come and sit in you and inspire you. If you become holy, if you become pure, if you stay away from sins, if you repent and keep away from sins, if you seek righteousness, as they say, seek God first, put God first, and other things shall be added to you. Sadhguru said, he said something about humanity. If you activate your humanity, divinity will come in search for you. Most people are searching for God, but this quote say that if you activate your humanity, if you become human, which means that if you operate from your heart more, because we have 7 chakras or energy points. The 3 first are the sexual and I forgot about the others. Yes, the need for sex and the need for food and the need for power. These are the 3 first. And then we have the heart in the middle, and then we have the chakra of throat, of expression, and the chakra of the 3rd eye, the pineal gland, of intuition, and then the 7th chakra, of the head, which is I think of inspiration or something like this. I don't remember the 7th chakra. Anyway, most people are living from this programming. This capitalism system is made on purpose to make people live from the lower chakras, the animal chakras. We're living like animals, thinking only about sex and food and power to become strong, to control and dominate what's around us. This is how animals think. A cat in the street is thinking about food and sex and to control, to be stronger than other cats. That's all, and humans are living like this. We are not animals. We are human beings. We have higher faculties, and we have the other chakras who are waiting to be activated. Studies are showing that the human DNA is activated only to 10%, and 90% of our DNA is still dormant. The toxic scientists of the Matrix are calling this huge part of the DNA, they're calling it the junk DNA. Well, actually they are the junk scientists, because they're trying to hide the truth from the people. And what is in this 90% of the DNA? There are hidden superpowers. There are gifts waiting for you to strive for them, to train them, to activate them. Things like those things that you see in the movies, in the movie actions, telepathy, levitation, and so on, self-healing, etc. Teleportation. Sorry guys, my phone keeps cutting the video. I'm actually using an old phone. My primarily phone fell into water and it's not working anymore. So I was saying that in our DNA there are hidden powers dormant hidden powers. And we can activate them by raising our frequencies, by raising our vibrations. We can raise our vibrations by changing our diet for the body and for the mind. It's about a transformation. As the American coach Jim Rohn said about your life, about change of your life, he said, when you change, everything will change for you. It's not actually a change, it's a transformation. It's more than a change. It's like a caterpillar becoming a butterfly. This is how your life will be. Right now, you are living in a certain way. And when the change, the necessary change happens, you are going to live another way. The change that he's talking about is a change of vibration. To change your vibration, you need to change everything about you. What you watch, how you speak, what you believe, which means to change your personality. This is not an easy thing to do. It will take time, it's a process. To change the paradigm, to change the beliefs, the limiting beliefs and the subconscious beliefs. And now we're living in the modern slavery system. Before, in time, we used to see slaves with iron chains in their hands and their legs. And today the chains have become invisible. Now the chains are in the human minds. It's in their thoughts, the way of thinking. It's the limiting beliefs. It's taking lies as truths and taking truths as lies. This is how the world is. But know that nobody has ever started at the top. We've all been programmed in this matrix with the same negative programming. But if you give the necessary work, if you allow yourself and give yourself the chance to reprogram yourself, you can do this too. Some people did it before, and you can do it too. Because right now we're living in the modern slavery system. And you will see next to me in the street, people are going to their work. We're going to the industrial zone now, and this is why you will see people going. It's called the rat race. And because of the programming, most people have these rings of the matrix, which consists of going to work and work until retirement. This is not their real idea. It's the idea of the matrix. It's the idea of some narcissistic, wicked person in the hidden societies who decided to implement this idea into people's minds. And now people are thinking that it's their idea. Because this is the case of the matrix. If you don't have your own goals, visions and dreams, you will be exploited by those who have them. You will only work for them. And as Dolly Parton said about the jobs, the 9-to-5 job, it's all taken and no giving. But this is not a call for people to quit their jobs. Because if you quit your job, your situation will become worse. This is about being aware and conscious about what's going on This is about knowing that there is a spiritual warfare on you, that you were born in a war zone, and that they're trying to destroy you and to keep you stuck and slave for the rest of your life. And to be wise and to be better and to fight strategically, you must fight back in this matrix. If you go to work, don't just go there, because companies have dreams, they have goals, and they're not planning on how to make you rich. The company actually is planning the contrary. They're planning on how to reduce your salary and how to give you more work. This is why you need to be strategical, and you need to have your own goals when you go to work. Work to have a salary, to take a training, to make yourself a better person. As Sadhguru said, do not seek success, seek empowerment and competence. This is what you need to use the work for. Use the work to enhance your life, to make you more smarter, to become a better person, to know more skills. Don't never ever settle. People are like water. Most people are 70% water. And if water is stagnant for a long time, it becomes bad. This is also the case of humans. If you remain for a long time in the comfort zone, you will start dying slowly. My phone just keeps catching. I'm sorry. I was saying that you need to become a better person. Anyone and anything who is not helping you to grow, making you a better person, helping you to improve your life, your situation, your mindset, to become better, you need to get rid of them, cut them off of your life. They have nothing to do there. They're just a hindrance to your progress. You don't need them. As Les Brown said, get the losers out of your life if you want to live your dreams. Because not everybody has dreams. And once they see that you have a dream, they will try to kill it. These folks are still under the hypnosis of the matrix. They're like crabs in the bucket. When someone tries to climb up and be free, the others will jump on him and put him down to his place beside them. This is the case of the matrix. So you need to protect your energy. You need to protect your dream. It's like a baby. Protect it first. When it's small, don't share these ideas of dreams that you have with people. Keep them to yourself. Surround yourself with imaginary personalities, with historical personalities, if you can't find them in the reality, because you will not find them in the reality. In the reality, you will only find bullies, jealous people. You will find narcissistic people, all kinds of narcissists, the normal narcissist, the covered narcissist, the malignant narcissist, all kinds of them. This is why you need to have your own mind, your own world, you need to live in your own dimension, create your own sphere of dreams and stay in it and protect it. Surround yourself with friends. These friends need not to be real friends. You can start having friends as YouTube channels or writers by reading books. Napoleon Hill used to have imaginary meetings in his imagination, he used to sit in a table and have a meeting with Ralph Waldo Emerson and Henry Ford and Thomas A. Edison, even though these personalities were already dead at his time, because this writer knows the importance of imagination. As I said earlier in the video, the human mind is the most powerful weapon on this planet. To be specific, it's your imagination. Albert Einstein has the best quote. He said, "Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions." And what is the life's coming attractions? It's what's coming to you, the attractions, what you attract. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. It's a vibration, it's a frequency. He's referring to the future. To say it differently, it's imagination is everything. It is the preview of the future. So your future is in your imagination. And if I want to control your future, to know what's in there, all I need to do is to control your imagination. And here we go. This is what the hidden societies have done to us, to the humanity. They have controlled our imagination, so now they have the control of our future. They controlled our imagination because we think in terms of pictures and images. They have controlled us with the media, with the streams, the movies, the series, with the newspaper. And now if I challenge, sorry guys, it's cut again. It keeps cutting alone. I was saying that imagination is everything, that it holds the future. And if I challenge you to sit and imagine yourself in a beautiful island with peace and love, you are sitting there happily, joyfully. Most people will not be able to do this exercise because they're not trained to be positive, they're trained to be negative. Once you will close your eyes, you will start seeing negative scenes, because this is what you have been seeing and looking at your whole life through the stream media, the movies, the newspaper, and what people are saying in the streets, the family, the sibling, the friends, the society in general. Now the solution for you is to start the work from scratch. Nobody has ever started at the top. You need to reprogram yourself from scratch and to take the control back of the steering wheel of your life. And now you need to put the program to choose it. You need to be in charge in your life. You must say to yourself, I am in charge here. And to start choosing the programs to put in your psyche, in your paradigm, and repeat them. And not allowing yourself to live according to somebody else's agendas. Because the hidden societies have planned for us. Plans such as the pandemic, the lockdown, the permanent lockdown, the killing of the half of the population. We've already seen this in the movie Avengers. The Freemason controls the movie industry, and they're pre-programming us with the movies to what's to come. It's a lie to believe that the solution is to kill the half of the population. This is part of the programming. As Mahatma Gandhi said, in the world we have enough for everyone's need, but we don't have enough for everyone's greed. The problem is not the population, the number of people. The problem is that in 2024 we're still having psychopaths and narcissistic people as leaders. I am wondering why war is not voted. Democracy means that it's the people who decide. And today we're still living as if we were in the 40s, where Adolf Hitler used to decide. And for the war by himself. I don't believe that all the Russian citizens and the Ukraine citizens have voted to have war with each other. And wars must be voted. Like anything else, this is what democracy means. Democracy means that the leaders are there to fulfill people's demands and not to fill their pockets with money. And if we don't start talking about safe soil movement, nobody is going to do anything about it. And the catastrophes will hit us because food wars are coming, and they're coming fast. When something becomes rare, what happens? The price go higher. This is the case with food and water. Food and water will become more and more expensive, and poor people will not be able to buy them. So there will be civil wars. This is part of the plan of the Freemason and Illuminati and Yale. These hidden societies have plans to destroy humanity. They don't care about people. They're just lying. They only care about money making. And they're planning to leave the planet and to go to live in another planet, in Mars or somewhere. So this is why we need to take care of this planet, and we need to take care of each other. As Bob Marley said in one of his songs, we don't need more trouble. What we need is love. And this is what's missing, because today we have enough food to feed the whole world. We have the telecommunication tools, we have the transportation tools, and we have everything. We know where the people are, and still millions of people continue to die by starvation. This is not because of lack of resources, it is because of lack of human hearts. We need... Sorry guys, it's Cass again. I was saying that the essence of humanity, the essence of humans, is to be human, to be more human, to activate the humanity. And once your humanity is activated, divinity will come in search for you. To please the God, to please the Lord, we need to become human. We need to take care of each other. We should not allow people to die by starvation wherever they are in the world. Dying by starvation is one of the worst ways to die. We need to be more human. We need to take care of each other. We need to overcome these three lower chakras and no more be like animals. We need to stop allowing these clowns, narcissistic people with fake masks. We need to stop allowing them to influence our lives and to control us. We need to stop listening to them. Everybody can say the good speeches, but as they say in the Bible, you will know them by their fruits. You will know people by their fruits, by their actions. This is what I see, I mean. We're going to the sea. Let's go. Let's save soil. And the sand in the sea, it's soil actually. What is sand? Sand is depleted soil. This is desertification. When organic matter are absent from the soil becomes sand. The good news is that we can reverse this situation. we can add more organic matter in the soil, in the sand, and the sand can become fertile soil again. Let's continue about the global issues. The second global issue is water scarcity. It's challenging to run here. I will slow down a little bit. Depleted soils cannot absorb and regulate the water flows, which leads to water scarcity, droughts and floods. Organic matter can hold up to 90% of its weight in water and release it slowly over time. This is a big help in drought-prone areas. The third global issue is the loss of biodiversity. In the last 80% of the biomass insects has gone in the last 30 years. There are some people here swimming. Scientists are saying that 27,000 species of life forms are going extinct every year. We're talking about billions of life forms. It's a genocide. It's a record in terms of killing. When it comes to destruction and killing, we have beaten all the records in the human history. And we might be the last generation of people who were given the chance to turn things around. We may not have another chance to restore soil and to solve the 6 global issues, because these global issues will only get worse over time and the numbers will keep growing. These biomass insects in the soil are responsible for the vitamins and nutrients present in fruits and vegetables. The richer the soil, the richer are the food. We need to keep the soil rich in organic matter. No wonder why our children are falling sick very often. It's because their immune system is weak. Their bodies are weak, they're smaller and weaker. They have less strength, less immune system, less growth, less intelligence, less everything, because they have received less. They didn't receive the necessary nutrients that we have received for their growth, normal growth. This is why we need to think about them. And right now scientists are saying that we are eating the food of the unborn children. This shouldn't happen. These folks are not even yet born. And we have nothing for them, to offer them. This is not how things should be. As a responsible generation, as a responsible generation of people, we need to think about the future generations. We need to leave a better world for them, not a worse world. We have received soil with depleted. We should restore soil and hand it over to the future generation restored. And they will keep restoring the soil, because this is what evolution is. Evolution is the evolution of human consciousness, human awareness. There has been studies showing that the land that people walk upon influence their level of consciousness, their level of intelligence. And right now, we will not, even if we restore the soil, we will not reach higher values. Now the minimum that is said, that is demanded, that is asked in the soil policies is to have 3 to 6% of organic matter in the soil. This is just the minimum. The future generations can take this and make it, for example, 10 to 20%. The more organic matter are in the soil, the more richer the food will become. And the food, when the food is rich, people who consume these foods will become aware and intelligent. We need to do our part and leave the rest to the future generations, and not give in to the future generations. If we give to the future generations soils like this, you can plant here anything you want and water it. Let's suppose you have water, because water also will disappear. You water seeds here. Even if you keep watering them and taking care of them for 20 years, they will never grow, because this sand, this soil is depleted. We should change this. We should. Sorry guys, it's cut again. Anyway, we should be a responsible generation. We should restore the soil for the future generations to have enough food, to have enough water, and not only to survive, but to thrive. We need to do this. It's our duty as human beings of the 21st century. Let's be an example. Let's enter the history by the primarily gate, by being the first responsible generation of people who started restoring the soil. And thanks to Sadhguru, who launched the Safe Soil movement on 21st March 2022, when he did his journey for soil, he crossed 30,000 kilometers on a motorcycle from London to India. 74 countries have signed at that time the Safe Soil policies. Countries of Europe, Middle East and Asia, and also the Caribbean countries also. Shout out to the Caribbean countries who have signed the Safe Soil policies also. And we are asking those who have not yet joined the Safe Soil movement to join us, to help us to reach other people, to put the pressure on the leaders, such as the Moroccan leaders and other stubborn leaders who are still refusing to implement the Safe Soil policies and ignoring it. We need to do the right things for ourselves. Before it's too late. It's our job, it's our duty. Nobody have the same visions, but if you look, this Safe Soil movement has over 4 billion people as volunteers. This is a serious thing, and the Moroccan media never talks about it, not even once, as if it is something of some minor crazy people. But what's funny is that sometimes you have these small crazy people doing some sort of festival and they're talking about them in the news. This shows the paradox and the controversy of the media in general. This means that they're following agendas, they have orders, they receive orders from the lobbies, from the hidden societies. Because television is a way of programming people, the masses. And they show you what works for their plans for you, not what really matters. They have no business, no interest in making people's lives better. They have everything to earn and to win, when actually the lives of people are not good. When people are suffering and are sick, they're the children of the devil. The devil is the enemy of humanity. The devil wants humanity to live in suffering, in constant suffering, in worry, anxiety. And if you ask me to describe to you hell, I would say that in hell we have 6 global issues. We have food crisis, we have water scarcity, we have loss of biodiversity, we have climate change, we have loss of livelihood, and we have conflicts and migrations. And this is exactly what we are having now. So we are in hell and we don't know about it. We're not aware of it. We think that everything is great. It's not. We are in hell and things will get worse over time. The numbers will get only higher and higher if we don't act now. This is why this is the best time to implement the safe soil policies, because food wars have already started and you will start hearing them in the news. If we don't implement the safe soil policies, we will have the food wars also. Most developed countries have already signed the safe soil policies because they're aware of it. But here in Morocco and in underdeveloped countries, people are still sleeping. They don't speak, they don't talk, they don't show to the leaders that they're aware of the dangers of desertification. Desertification is growing fast in the world. Every 5 seconds, the surface area of a soccer pitch on agricultural soil becomes sand. At this pace, we only have 40 to 50 years left of agricultural soil. Then there will be a global food crisis. And we've already started hearing in the news about food wars. And I'm warning you, food wars are coming, and they're coming fast. Most developed countries have already signed the safe soil policies. Countries such as France, England, America, and even the countries of the Middle East such as Palestine, Arabia Saudi, Emirates Arab United, etc. Because they're aware of the dangers of the desertification. And they know that when there will be shortages of water and food, it will be another story. All this civilization, these so-called civilized people, will become uncivilized suddenly. And we will live by animals, like animals, which means that only the strongest will survive. Those who have the biggest weapons will have the food and water. This is the plan of the devil. This is the plan of the devil's children. This is the plan of the hidden societies, the lobbies, such as the Illuminati, the Freemason, and the L. They've already tried to destroy us by the pandemic. Coronavirus is a man-made virus. They were planning to put us in the permanent lockdown, but it didn't work. We need to be aware and conscious about this spiritual warfare against humanity. We only have each other's. Not everyone will see. Luckily, we have visionaries such as sadhgurus, people who have the gift of perception. They can see what's coming. This is the job of a leader. A leader is supposed to see things that most people can't see and mitigate the issues before they hit us. But unfortunately, most leaders receive orders from the hidden societies. They're afraid. They worship people. They don't worship God. So they receive orders and they say to them, this is what you do and this is what you don't do. This is the case of the media, for example. This is why after 2.5 years of launching the safe soil policies, the safe soil movement, we've never heard safe soil movement in the Moroccan media. Even though there are 4 billion people volunteering for safe soil movement. This is not something about a minority of crazy people. This is something serious, talking about the survival of the people. And as the American coach Jim Rohn said, before you seek the exotic, you must first master the basics. And now in Morocco, in summer, we're looking to make festivals and to invite artists to dance and to sing to us. We are looking for the exotics, but where are the basics? The basics are food and water, and there will be shortages of food and water. The restoration of soil is crucial. This is not something superficial. It's something deadly serious. We're talking about survival needs, the basics. Anyway, I'm doing my thing, trying to make people more sensitive about the dangers of desertification. People in the cities, they don't see the desertification, but farmers are aware of it. I hope that you have learned something. I hope that I have inspired you to act, to do something. Something as simple as go to the website www.consciousplanet.org and register, become an Earth body. It will cost you an email address, that's all, it's free. Anyway, I thank you guys for your attention, for your presence, for your time, for your follow. I love you so much and I wish you the best. And I'll see you tomorrow. This is Captain Soil speaking. Save soil, let's make it happen. Salute.